All right, so today we're going to start drawing our identity page. So you see here I have my 5 things because we already brainstormed. We thought about what 5 things we were going to include in our identity page that were part of our identity. So I thought that I would draw a picture of the ocean and me swimming in the ocean. I love fruits and vegetables, so I decided I'm going to draw a picture of fruits and vegetables. I love to paint, so I did a picture of an easel. I love penguins, and I also love, so this was just a kind of an image I added in, these like raindrops, because I do love it when it rains, but I love relationships, so I like getting to know people and having relationships, so I put that in there. So the first part today, because remember, this is just day 1, we are going to start, I'm just going to show you guys how we're going to start planning out our drawing on our paper. So you're going to have, unless you're doing it digitally on the Draw It app, you're going to have a piece of paper and you're going to do your best to use all the positive space. I mean, you want to fill up your paper because you see how I had my 5 things, but I took up most of the space of the paper. So say here I started another example where I started drawing a fish and a watermelon and a tree. So say that I wanted one of my things that worked on my identity page, something that is important to me, is a fish. So I'll draw that fish again, and I'm going to draw in my pencil first so that way I can erase. And today we probably won't get past just this first part of drawing. So I'm going to draw the eyes of my fish, and I drew some fish lips. Maybe I want to add a fin, and you can go in and add, please take your time and add lots of details. I'm just going to show you just filling up the page though first. The other thing, maybe say I wanted to draw, like I drew some fruits, and so maybe I wanted to draw a banana, so I'm going to make the shape of the banana. And remember, you have your eraser, so it's not a big deal. You can erase it. Sometimes I make mistakes. I make mistakes all the time. So if you don't have I actually don't have an eraser with me. Alright, so you see I have an eraser, and if I make a mistake, it's not a big deal. I just erased it, and I decided I wanted to make just a little bit smaller. So here we go. So I'm just going to draw my banana, and there I got the banana, and maybe I want to draw like a strawberry. So I'm going to draw a strawberry, and remember, fruits, things that are found in nature are all sorts of shapes. They're definitely not perfect. They don't look perfect. They've got all sorts of mistakes in them. So I'm going to color. I'm adding my seeds to my strawberry. And I'm taking my time, and the banana I might just draw my line so that when I color it in, right now we're not at the coloring phase yet, I just was kind of giving you an idea. And then I also drew an avocado because I really love avocados. It's one of my favorite foods. So you can trace the line of the shape of the avocado with that's the pit, okay? And then let's see, I'll draw a palette because I did say that I really like painting. So I'll draw a palette, and I'll use the colors later on to color it with all the different colors. So I'll do these little blobs where I'm going to add color later. Okay, maybe one more. So I've got 1, 2, 3. The other thing that I drew before is a penguin, so I'm going to add a picture of a penguin. And let me see, I know it's a little hard to see the lines of the pencil, but I'm drawing them a little lightly on purpose so that, oops, let me fix the camera. Okay, so I'm going to add, and you see how I'm filling up the space, so I've got a little bit of space here to draw my penguin. Alright, so I'm going to draw this part of the penguin and draw the little feet. And this is kind of a unique way of drawing where everything, it's kind of all floating in space. It's not a landscape painting. We're just creating an identity page. And then one more thing, what's a small thing that I could draw a tree over here because I did draw a tree. So I'm going to draw a tree up in the top. All right. And then I'll draw my leaves. And you can add more detail in later on when we color. I just usually like to plan out in my pencil my ideas. And then, so the next part of our lesson, we'll talk about coloring because we want to make sure that we color in the whole page, but we'll leave that for next week because I know that was already a lot for this week. If you want to get ahead and you want to start coloring in your picture, you can. You're welcome to. Otherwise, you can just wait until next week and we'll color our picture.